Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Meridian outdoor wall sconce, and this is going to be the small one we're going to be talking about right now. There are three sizes of this: large, medium, and small. I have the glass for the medium size here just to show you what the glass is like. And that said, good idea for you to go look at the video on the medium size, even if you're not going to be getting that size, because I'm going to have the actual fixture on the table and I can show you the back plate and how it all sets up. So take advantage of that if you can. Let's get into size of this. 10.3 inches high, and that's going to be the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the actual top. So it's the whole thing. 6.3 inches wide. Projection from the wall is coming out at 7.2. So that's going to be from the wall to the very edge of the fixture. Mounting height, that's the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of your electrical outlet box, is coming in at 6.5. And the back plate, which is very important, 7.5 inches tall by 5 inches wide. It'll cover this nicely. If you are putting this into a shingle siding or a clapboard, you're going to be cutting a block, and your installer is going to want to know that magic number, the 7.5 by 5, just so they can cut a block that's a little bigger for this fixture. Okay? Let's hop into a couple quick things. Let's talk about the glass again. And remember, this is the glass for the median size, not the one we're talking about today, but I want to show you what it's like. So this is the seated clear glass. It has little air bubbles inside of it. It's really pretty. People love this seated glass. We have it on a lot of different fixtures. The diffuser that's going to be on the inside of this is called opal, and I'll talk more about that later in the video. So it's an opaque glass. You're not going to be able to see anything through it, though a lot of light can come through it. So that's going to take care of that part of the equation. And let's get into what's inside of this. So it's going to be using a medium base socket. Okay, it's just a regular screw-in socket, porcelain, beautiful quality. It's going to be using what's called an A15 light bulb. So it's a smaller light bulb than a lot of what you're used to in the past, which is an A19. So A19, A15. Notice how small it is. So the reason for that is because it's going to have to get into that piece of glass, the smaller version of this, and this is the bulb that can fit into that. Incandescent, you're limited for 60 watt max, and these bulbs generally max out at 60 watts for incandescent. So that's the same thing. So you don't have to go anywhere beyond that. When you get into LEDs, it's still the same size bulb, and there's no limit. So you can do a little research on the web and kind of see, like, what can I get out of this. Most of these A15 LED bulbs, and they come clear like this with little phosphorus lines. That's a phosphorus LED. When you get into the old other ones, they come also this way too, with these kind of opaque things on them and a porcelain bottom. But I would probably, if I were you, go for this one. And you can find this at every hardware store. They're everywhere. Ace Hardware, True Value Hardware, Home Depot, Amazon, all those places. But it's the size of the bulb, the A15, that's going to be important. And like I said before, most of these I've seen out in the marketplace are going to be a 60 watt equivalent. But if you can find a 100 watt equivalent, let me know. I would love to get a source for that. I always talk about the color of light coming out of LED bulbs. It's going to be a spectrum. It's going to start at 2700 Kelvin. That's going to be a super yellow light. Way on the other side of that is going to be something called daylight. Daylight is, you think it's warm, it's not warm. That's like a bluish white light, like a cold hospital waiting room light. That's going to be 4000, 5000, 6000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. In the middle of all that is called warm white, and that's going to be 3000 on that Kelvin scale. 3000 K is what they call it. That's the light that's coming down on my hands right now. A nice, super warm light, not too yellow, not too bluish white. It's right in the middle of that. So this is the one that mimics that incandescent light we all grew up with. So you want to be looking for a 3000 K, I would imagine, unless you're looking for that blue-white light, and that's something you can do too. Or if you want this to be a super yellow, that would be that 2700 Kelvin. If you're going to be putting these lights like on a screened-in porch maybe and hanging out in there drinking wine with your friends after dinner, or a back patio or around the pool, put it on a dimmer. There's no reason why you can't put outdoor lights on dimmers. You'd have the switch on the inside of the house most likely, and you can dim these down nicely, and you can get these bulbs as dimmable bulbs with no problem at all. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And then they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the end. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's talk about something else. Same kind of idea. They only use aircraft-grade aluminum to make all of their outdoor lighting, and the reason they do that is because aluminum holds up better than any other material in harsh, extreme weather. When you go out and you're out in the world, look up and you'll see those jet airlines flying up there way above your head. They're all made out of aluminum for a reason, because it holds up beautifully, it welds beautifully, it doesn't rust, it's very light, and it's just the best material to use outside. So on top of that, they have developed these outdoor baked epoxy powder coats that can go over this and make them pretty much indestructible, and we're going to talk about that right now. So how they do this, you'll notice in the picture next to me, there's a picture of a woman, and she's actually shooting powdered finish at the fixture. And they take the fixture, let's say this is the fixture to begin with, okay? They wire it up with a wire here, a wire coming down. They run a small amount of electricity through it to make it positive. And what that does, it makes it attract everything around it. So when she's over there spraying little bits of powdered finish, what it's going to do, it's going to go over the entire fixture. It's going to get into every nook, every cranny, top, bottom, sides, the whole thing. They're going to take that fixture, they're going to put it into an oven. That's going to melt that down and make it into a hard epoxy shell. And it makes it, incredibly strong. Because they do this, and these things have been tested in these wind chambers where they have shot, salty seawater at them, basically, because that's what's going to happen on a beach, right? Where a lot of these things are going to end up. They had to really do that to make sure that they're going to hold up for you. And because they have done that, they offer the best warranty for the entire lighting industry. And you can see that over on the left-hand side of your screen. Limited lifetime warranty for residential use, and check it out, and it'll really make you feel better about their products. Cool. Okay. Moving on from there, why don't we talk about our showroom in Vermont. We have over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We actually have a What's on Display page on our website. It's over in the red tabs over on the left-hand side of your screen, so you can open up that and check it out. Showroom has also a clearance center. So clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's an amazing deal for you. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you guys are going to come visit us, do me a favor, bring a big SUV, if you can, if you have one, only because the boxes are set up for shipping. Measure everything you can think of. So measure with a measuring tape, measure your ceilings, measure counters, tables, distances between junction boxes and things like ceilings, because if you're looking, you want to make sure when you're looking at these things that they're going to be able to be used by you for your needs, okay? And then also bring an iPad. If you guys are doing a project and you have a tablet laying around at home, take pictures with that. Take pictures, and you can bring that tablet in, and we can go through all those pictures together and look and see what you guys are doing, and I can help you out on that, okay? So when you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else does that. Some larger items, generally big things on pallets and custom things, are going to be non-returnable. We'll always tell you that on the page for it, so just keep your eyes peeled for that. And then on top of all that, we offer a rush program. So in order for you to get all of these different finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. It takes generally about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it is super, super inexpensive. A lot of people don't even know about it. If you want to know about it, the best thing to do is just drop me a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. You can also call 802-446-2400 during business hours. And so I'm here every day except Sunday, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time if you guys want to talk to me. And then you can email us 7 days a week at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. So I think that kind of wraps things up on this. You guys have any questions at all, let me know. Thank you for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.